can't trust a woman to go ahead to secure my future. It can't happen. You don't have the agility for that. You're not built that way. It's the reason why Jesus Christ ain't no babe. Don't you understand? She won't even carry that cross. Who would? Her boyfriend.
Hi, my name is Nessa Isibo Sas Okoyo.
By Freeman.
Adebola Akinlose.
Maybe just for topic's sake, then we're talking about the women, right? But generally, the economy of Nigeria right now has gotten to everybody.
I think it's evident. I mean, first of all, generally, when you, in fact, put anything or anyone in a box, it causes limitations, right? And that's the same thing that gender norms just do.
I personally don't even feel like women should be in the working space as much. Because at the end of the day, I'm a traditional man. And traditionally, it wouldn't even be the case.
You know, I don't know if you've ever heard any woman tell you anything you want to do, just try and do it now. Or, you know, if you want to just do your master's, your PhD, exactly, do everything now. Because once you marry born like this.
Do you support gender equality?
I do support gender equity. We can't be equals. There's balance to what we bring to the table, right? But the head is the man.
So, based on what you said previously, are you trying to say that a woman growing up and wanting to pursue a career for herself in the economical sector should not be in the economical sector, should not pursue her dreams, but should be in a home nurturing the family because that is what she is supposed to be biologically?
Biologically, happy you mentioned that. That's what works.
There are certain norms that seem as if they're like hindrance. But when you look at it to a certain point, it kind of makes sense. Let me give you an example. Like, I feel like certain people that have like the worst rep right now in the world of feminism, I'm not like going against that, is housewives.
The moment you get married tomorrow, a man who wants to take responsibility of the husband, laws aside, your whole life, that's like, it's him before anything happens to you. He will go there and do whatever he can do to ensure that this babe is fine.
Okay, now, I agree with you when it comes to the biological aspect of a man, of this thing you just said now. But the thing I do not agree with is the, how do I put it? The not giving a woman an option to do what she wants to do because of said biological, things.
The men just feel, as far as I'm bringing in the money, that's all I should be doing. But that's not all it takes to raise a family. That's not all it takes to actually build like a well-rounded home.
A man or a boy, a male, the male gender is growing up. I feel like if his father is always trained him to be an aggressive person, when he grows up, he would be aggressive. And then he trains the woman, oh, you're supposed to act like a girl. Why you sit down when you'll be opening your leg? Why you do that? I feel like everything and every stereotype is attached to both genders started from their upbringing. Because if society is requesting a certain action from you, you would want to do it.
Because I'm a woman, and right from when you're a child, there's already that programming, there's already that societal expectation that just forces you to learn these things, to be the nurturer.
Masculinity is not really it's not all about aggression, because in truth, if you're all aggressive...
But when you were starting, you actually said that.
Because that is actually a core. We can't take it away. What is football about?
And
guess what's happening now? Women are watching football. That's a masculine trait.
You're going...
Yes, it's a masculine trait.
For women to watch football?
Yes, it's a masculine trait. To be obsessed with football is a masculine trait. And that's why
you're in the workplace.
Basis? You're in the workplace. Those competition is not for you. It's not for women. You have a different thing to be focused on.
Like what?
But you've just
like what?
Carried. I'm not a woman.
And that is exactly why we will continue to have problems with women taking up more economic space and economic power, because you're forced to do these things that two people are supposed to work together to do.
Be a woman. That's all.
Define woman.
I should define you.
No, please. No, I actually genuinely want you to define a woman.
A woman supports a man. A woman nurtures emotional pillars, while your man is like a logical pillar. You trust him to have
decision that would benefit you based on logic. And the world is based on numbers, zeros and ones, not emotion.
Is that the reason why men are not emotionally intelligent?
So here's the thing. I don't even believe that men are not emotionally intelligent.
Most men.
So here, I don't know the men you've been meeting, but generally, I'm someone who is highly emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
I'll speak for myself.
The structuring whereby you and your husband are cohabiting, definitely, people are like roommates, flatmates, sort of. Like, would you really go 50-50 on everything that has to do with house bills?
No. And I'll tell you why I do not support 50-50 anything. You see, especially when you are raising a family. As the woman, I'm so sorry, you already have the bulk of the load. The woman is the one carrying that child in her womb for 9 months. Pregnancy literally can kill you. Do you see a woman as your equal?
A woman wouldn't make the right decision as much as I would.
A woman will not advise you to make the right decision.
No. That's why I said there's a place that they belong, that they occupy space that we don't have. So we need each other, truthfully. But who's going to make that decision? It's the man, and that's why I said the man is the head. Why do women want to be in the front? I don't understand. Why do you want to be in the front? It doesn't.
Why don't you want them to be in the front?
See, it doesn't take
what will happen if a woman is in the front?
That means you can permit like boxing match, a man versus a female. You're looking at me. That's the equal ground that you're asking for.
Personally, I don't think I know anyone that has been pregnant and has given birth.
Yeah.
And something that's not totally altered.
Exactly. There's always something.
Great eyesight. Then she had my brother.
My sister's hair.
And the eyesight was like...
My sister's hair was full and long, and now she's struggling to even get it back to where it used to be. There's always something. Yeah. Oh, my back. Oh, my stomach. Oh, the incision where I had the CS. There's always something. So you're already giving a lot more. At the end of the day, even when he's contributing plenty money to the house, the scale is still not balanced. A woman being on a period or being highly emotional, like you said, in the particular time of her month, is also a problem.
No, it's not a problem.
No, you mentioned that it was a problem.
Yeah, what the problem is now is the result.
How she reacts.
Exactly.
How she reacts.
Do you understand? That's it.
I just want to say a fact. The bad character in a woman that you mentioned that is a problem in a workspace is actually as a result of a man hormone. What does that mean? That a man actually has the bad character. Because if she had more,
you guess it. That's exactly my point. Oh, guess what? We wake up every day and we handle it.
What do you mean by you handle it?
We wake up every day and put it together. You just had a drop.
What do you mean by you handle it?
Don't you get it?
You see this?
You just had a drop of testosterone just one time of the month that God just says, feel this heat. And you're all over the place. And that's the same way when I say women in the office places, because of that's the same way they project in the office space. There's always this, it's a lot for them.
Let's talk about offices where the man and the woman, they're doing the exact same thing, but the woman is not getting as much pay as the man. And you hear a lot of nonsense rationalizations like, well, what responsibilities does she have? This man is a family man. He needs to take care of his family. And people will come and say it's a lie, but we know that these things happen.
I can't trust a woman to go ahead to secure my future. It can't happen. You don't have the agility for that. You're not built that way. Do you understand? It's me. I would do that. I would die doing it. There's a reason why Jesus Christ ain't no babe. Don't you understand? She won't even carry that cross. Who would? Her boyfriend.
I heard that the patriarchy can be dismantled, especially in a society like Nigeria. It feels like a fairy tale. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at how the government is structured and you look at your House of Senate now, the women don't even make quarter of the decision makers in Nigeria.
Far less than quarter.
And you want to put a woman who has a womb to nurture to decide if we should bomb Alaska or not. Her emotions will get in the way, but my emotion isn't there. That is why you're there. When I get back, you tap into my emotion and make me feel something.
So you think you're higher gender than the woman?
Oh no, it's not about that.
But you sound like that.
I didn't even say anything about that.
No, it actually sounds like that because in all you said, it looks like, or it sounds like you suppressed the other gender and you put your gender above this other gender.
Let me ask you a question.
When it is supposed to be side by side, I feel like
You're plastering this on me now.
Marriage is almost like an institution where women's dreams go to die. You just get married. The man is thriving, by the way, because the moment you get married, people are like, oh, he has responsibilities. That's a responsible man. We can trust him. You can promote him. But the woman, they're looking at you and saying, I don't think that we can, trust this woman to deliver her best work anymore.
Whenever you put a woman in a working space, it's always toxic.
Why?
Biology.
How does biology play a role in making a woman in a space toxic?
The other babe in the office is looking more peg. This girl get this man. She's trying to double it now. Attitude is coming into the place. But for a man, no guy, this is sure. Kai. Last, you just envy up. No pass like that.
In a workspace?
Yes. In a workspace, this is what happens.
I don't even understand your example.
My example is that women are wild, emotional animals running in the workspace. They can't handle their emotions. Don't you understand? It's so much for them.
Why?
It's so much for a woman.
I still don't know how that applies to the workspace.
Because a workspace, it doesn't need that.
Are you speaking based on your one single experience of a particular woman acting in a certain way? Or you're giving an example?
I'm giving a wild example.
I don't even understand your example because I know that I can't relate to that. I know that most women can't relate to that.
Unlike the Nigerian mentality and social norms, money is a factor in life that doesn't respect gender. Like, anybody is capable of making money. Like, I've seen people who are not that smart, rich, and people who are very intelligent, poor. Like, money is not even a respect of any factor, be it age, be it gender, be it wisdom.
Although I do think that gender norms, to a good extent, kind of hold women back.
Yeah, it holds women back, but at the same time,
but I get your money is no respecter of persons. A woman can have it and a man can. Yeah, women have been doing that.
But at the same time, like, I feel like within women, even women assume that other women that can't afford certain things are being
bankrolled by men.
And I think it comes from the way where, like, a lot of women are not so transparent about how they go about their finances.
And I think also that the reason why they're not that transparent is because of the society that tells them that they're supposed to cower.
There are successful women in this world.
Of course.
There are women that are leading, that have led,
of course,
that have conquered.
Yes.
What is making your statement solid when you are agreeing that the things that you are saying that women are not able to do, women have proved you wrong and they've done those things?
Let me answer your question. It's simple. A cat can be trained to act like a dog. You can train a muscle to grow, literally. So as a woman, I can train a woman to become even stronger than a man.
Okay.
But that was not the idea. You had to train harder. You have to go 10 times harder than a man to be a man, to do what he's doing.
Society has, how do I put this? I think the word is stereotyped.
Yeah.
Both genders. That, okay, one is aggressive and one is soft, one is feminine and one is masculine. What is the definition of these terms? And why is it that we've attached these terms to certain to both genders?
Should I answer you?
I know you're going to say biology. You're going to say biology. But then I beg to differ because these things are just adjectives, to be very honest.
From what we have had in this conversation, it seems like the men we're describing, they're two-faced. You see the version of a man who is insecure to approach a woman because he feels like he doesn't have a chance because women hardly ever date down. Now you see a man with audacity who will still take that same woman I want to
trample on her. Yes, exactly. So it's like, and it comes from that same low self-esteem. They want to wield power in some way. They want to say, oh, even if you're making all the money, I'm still in charge here.
Like in recent time, men have been quiet. Yes, a lot is changing right in front of our eyes and we don't see it. You guys are suppressing the men. And it's just like...
What happened to when men were suppressing women?
Oh no, we are allowing this happen.
Okay.
You can't suppress a man.
But why are you complaining that we are suppressing you?
Because of you keep as like a kid that's always, sir, I'm doing this again. Like kid has been, give me biscuit. Yeah, just take, let me hear what. That's what's happening now.
A woman fighting for the right to not be sexually assaulted, sexually abused, or segregated,
Jesus
discriminated is
See what you're
likened onto a kid asking for biscuits.
Gender equality has these branches, and of course, women shouldn't be given out for marriage at a young age. Of course, women should be given right opportunities to go to school and stuff like that. Of course, women should not be raped. Of course, all of that.
Okay.
But I'm talking about the workspace.
The things we are fighting for, the reason we are fighting for it, and the reason it sounds like a stereo to you is because nothing is happening. And the only way for us to fight, for these things to be heard, for things to change, is to keep fighting. But if you see us fighting for something that keeps hurting us, not just hurting, also killing women, as a child crying, continuously crying to you like a stereotype, it doesn't make sense. Okay. It's you, what's the word? Undermining the whole intention or the whole intent of gender equality.
If you look at it, and the reason why a lot of men are where they are, especially in their careers, is because men have learned to be dogged. And I feel like more women need to be dogged. And I know that maybe it seems as if we need to be dogged hard, if that's correct.
Yes.
Compared to
because
men.
we can say men are dogged, but it's like the hindrances that are in place for the women are not there for the men. But at the end of the day, we're saying, oh, they are more dogged, but like they're not jumping through the hoops that these women are jumping through.
I'm just painting a picture to you what's a picture? I'm telling you facts that we are in a man's world, and the reason why women are fighting for equal rights, it's not just equal rights. It's not just, the conversation is not just a woman wanting to be a soldier or going to the army. It's a woman not being, how do I put it? Let me give an example. A woman is walking on the road.
Yeah.
She sees like 4 guys coming towards her.
Why would a woman be walking on her own? You have a tradition. Let me finish. Let me hit my point. Traditionally, a woman has a father. That father would take care of her and see her through till he hands her over to the next person who's going to look after her, which is her husband. And if a woman has a husband, she has no reason to be walking on her own.
So a woman should not be able to freely walk on her own. Why? Because she needs a man to protect her from a man.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's just the same way we tell women, oh, protect yourselves. Like, yes, we get this. We're already doing that. We're saying, oh, be dogged. We get this. Women are being dogged every day. They're breaking norms every day. But we're saying, how about they don't have to break or shatter these glasses? How about you just take the damn glass off and so that they can just, and they're not breaking anything. Yeah. And I think that that's where we should actually focus more on, because we're already doing all of these things, all this doggedness.